students, welcome back to our session, Lesson 2, Piano Lessons for Complete Beginners. This segment is designed for complete beginner students, ages 5 through 14, but it's open for any adults that want to join in and have fun with this piano class as well. So this is primarily for students who never played piano before, or someone who did play piano and maybe stopped and forgotten how to do this. So it's a great refresher and just fun experience. So my name is Oksana Kolesnikova, and today I have my son Alessandro Concas. He will be helping me and will be demonstrating on the piano what to do and how to do. Now for this session, here's what we will need. Make sure you have just regular paper to take notes as we go through the lesson. And also, you know, some of you have grand piano or regular piano at home. Some of you have keyboards. So this lesson, you can learn anything on any instrument, no matter what the size. We use even a small keyboard as this for demonstration, and you can learn songs on this as well. So make sure you are ready to go and have everything in place. So we will need to do a couple of things. For those of you who don't know the name of your keys yet, I recommend putting the stickers because it will be easier to learn today's material when you do have stickers on. Eventually, once we progress, you will learn the name of your keys and you can go ahead and remove the stickers. But in the beginning, we will need to place stickers. So we will have Alessandro help us. You can use just as simple as little sticky notes. And we will start with these letters again, using in alphabetical order, starting with C. Letter C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Depending on the song we're learning, we might add a few more, but for now, let's go ahead and place them on the right places. So our C will go always to the left of the two black keys. D will be right in the middle of two black keys. E will be to the right of two black keys. F will be to the left of three black keys. G will be in the first middle of three black keys. A will be in the second middle of three black keys. Then we have B will be to the right of three black keys. So once you have your stickers ready to go, we will go ahead and start our lesson. So in today's lesson, I will teach you a new set of basic technique. So you will learn 2 new scales, something different than what we did in our previous lesson. After that, we will work on 2 famous tunes that I'm sure most of you will recognize. So we'll have fun with that. And toward the end of the class, I will teach you some more basics of music theory. Okay, so we will go ahead and begin with our technique and finger exercises. Technique is very important to do first thing before you start playing your songs, because you do want to warm up your finger muscles and get your fingers strong. So today's technique, we will start with D minor 5-finger pattern. So D minor, we will start with our right hand, and we will position our thumb on D, and every other finger will go on its own key in specific order. So 1 on D, 2 on E, 3 on F, 4 on G, 5 on A, pinky on A. Okay, so Alessandro will go ahead and demonstrate. Now we're going to break it down, okay? First we will do a scale pattern. Similar style we did in our previous lesson, but if some of you have not watched it, so they will get to learn how to do this. So we're going to do just the scale pattern for D minor scale, going with every finger in order, up and down. So Alessandro, slow and steady, go ahead and play D minor scale. Thank you very much. Now we are going to add our skips. So you will be skipping a key and a finger. So since your thumb is on D, you will play D. Then you skip a key, you will play F with a third finger, and with pinky you will play A. And come back down. Alessandro, go ahead and demonstrate how to do our skips. After you complete your skips, the notes that you were skipping, you will play them at the same time together. And this is what we called our D minor chord. So Alessandro, go ahead and play D minor chord. Thank you. Now we are ready to go ahead and play the whole pattern using scale pattern, skips, and a chord. Let's use our right hand for this. Thank you very much. So once you rehearse it several times, you can go ahead and switch hands. We do need to exercise other hand as well. So this time we will put our pinky on D. Alessandro, go ahead and slowly we're going to do the whole pattern. Scale, skips, and chord. Thank you very much. Okay, so once you get into the comfort zone of playing your D minor scale, we started with D minor because it's a little easier to do. We can go ahead and proceed with D major scale. So for D major scale, we will use exactly same positioning as we did for D minor. So we'll use our right hand, Alessandro. And remember, the difference between a major scale and a minor scale we'll have to always do with the third note. Okay, so in this case, we will take our third note and put it on a black key right here next to your G note. Okay, so very slowly, we're going to go ahead and practice the whole pattern: G major, 5 finger, skips, and D major chord. Go ahead, Alessandro, and show this how to do. Skips. Very nice. So with the black key, it might be a little trickier than doing all white keys. Just keep on trying over and over, and you will see over time it gets nice and easy, and you don't even have to think about it. Your fingers know what to do. We will switch hands, and we will have Alessandro do D major scale with a black key. Go ahead and play. Thank you very much. So once you exercised enough your right hand and left hand, we are ready to proceed to the next portion of our class. And first tune we will be learning today is a very famous tune. It actually has 2 names. Alessandro, what tune are we going to do today?
The alphabet song.
That's right, but it's also known as something else.
Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
That's correct. So it's the same tune, the alphabet song, and Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So for this tune, we will need we have all the stickers ready. So to make it easy, because most of you are beginners, we will start using only our pointy finger to start with. Once you get comfortable finding and pushing your keys, we will go ahead and use all other fingers. So make it a little more challenging. So the notes we will need for our alphabet song will be, make sure you also write them on your piece of paper while I write this on the board. We're going to group our notes into little bubbles. Okay, so our bubble number 1 will be C, C, G, G, A, G. C, 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 G, G, A, G. So this is our bubble number 1. Alessandro, go ahead, slow and steady. Play the first segment. Very good. Now we're going to go ahead and use set number 2. F, F, E, E, D, D, C. F, F, E, E, D, D, C. This is our bubble number 2. So Alessandro, go ahead slowly, demonstrate. Very good. The next piece of the puzzle will be G, G, F, E, E, D. G, G, F, E, E, D. Go ahead and play. Very good. So the next bubble number 4 will be exactly the same as number 3. So we'll do this twice. Go ahead, Alessandro. Very nice. Okay. Continue with 2 more. We have bubble number 5, which is exactly the same as number 1. So you have C, C, G, G, A, G. Go ahead and play. And we finish up our bubble number 6. Will be exactly the same as bubble number 2. So we have F, F, E, E, D, D, C. Okay, Alessandro, go ahead and let us hear the last part. Very nice. Now that we practice separate parts, next step is to go ahead and fuse one part into the next without too much stopping. So Alessandro, we're still going to use our pointy finger in the right hand. So go ahead and play the whole thing now. Very nice. So I'm sure most of you recognize this tune. Now that we practice this with one hand, we're going to switch and do the same thing using other hand pointy finger, practicing the whole tune. Alessandro, let's use your left hand pointy finger to practice Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Thank you very much. Okay, so once you feel you're ready to take it to the next level, After practicing with one finger, you can go ahead and start using all your other fingers. So for this, you will put your right hand in D position. So that scale pattern that we did earlier in the lesson, where your thumb goes on D and your pinky ends on A, you will have to position your right hand in this D position. And please pretend your fingers are glued. The less you move them, the better, so you don't lose your spot. Now, we will need our left hand to help out a little bit, so we'll take our left hand and position it on note C. So, and now we're going to go ahead slowly practice. All the C's will be done with your left hand thumb, just like Alessandro will be showing. So Alessandro, go ahead and play. Thank you very much. Okay, so have fun with this tune while you're learning. Once you get it nice, smooth, and perfect, you can go ahead and share it with your family, with your friends. Make it creative, add stuff to it. That's the fun part. Once you know the melody, you can do so much with this. Okay, so we will continue learning one more song in this lesson, and this is another popular tune. So our next tune is Yankee Doodle. So Yankee Doodle will start with the same process. We want to start easy and build up from there. So we will keep using our pointy finger, finger number 2, in the right hand. But go ahead and get your notes ready, because we will be writing the name of the keys you will need to push for this tune. Okay, we will group these notes again in special groups. So we will have group number 1 will be C, C, D, E, C, E, D. C, E, D. Okay, so we have quite a few notes here in our first group, so we'll take it very slowly. We'll do one more time. C, C, D, E, C, E, D. Alessandro, one more time. Very good. Now the second set of the notes will be C, C, D, E, C, B. C, C, D, E, C, B. Also, we have quite a few notes here, so please be patient, take it slowly. Alessandro, okay, before you do this, we do need one more sticker to be placed for our left hand to help with the letter B. This B will have to be played with our left hand, so we're going to place letter B, which will go right next to your C note to the left. So we're still using our pointy finger in this case. Alessandro, go ahead and play segment number 2, C, C, D, E, C, B. Very nice. Now next set of notes will be C, C, D, E, F, E, D, C. C, C, D, E, F, E, D, C. Okay, that's our group number 3. Alessandro, go ahead and show us. Okay, before we continue with our last set of notes, we will need to add additional stickers for the left hand to help out. So after your note C, we're going to add 3 more stickers for the left hand. It's B, A, and G. B-A-N-G. So Alessandro, our next set, and this is actually our last set of keys, will be B, G, A, B, B, G, A, B, C, C. Okay, Alessandro, go ahead and play for us the ending. Very good. So we're going to go ahead and try going from the beginning, fusing all the way and getting to the end, slow and steady. Thank you very much. Okay, now that you practice enough with your pointy finger, we can go ahead and start using all our fingers again. So here's how you will position your hands. The same scale we did earlier today. For this one, we will do C position, where your thumb is on C and pinky is on G. Now, the left hand will have to help out, so it will be placed right next to your right hand. So do you see how the thumb of the right hand is on C and the thumb of the left hand is on B? So we will need to use B, A, and G for this particular tune. So Alessandro, go ahead. From the top, we're going to hear the whole piece. Thank you very much. Very good. Okay, so we're going to complete our segment with some basic theory, knowledge and information. Okay, for today's theory segment, I would like to teach you very important parts of music theory. So we have two clefs that we use for piano, and one clef is for your right hand. So it's a little tricky to draw. It has two names. Sometimes it's called treble clef, sometimes we'll call it G clef. But the way you would draw this clef, and this is something you may want to practice a little bit, but I have a little trick to show you. So to draw your treble clef, you will need to draw letter J, nice and tall. Then like a little P over here, and then you continue with a big O wrapping around letter J. Okay, so this is what we call treble clef or G clef. And when you see this clef in your piece, you automatically know that this will be your right hand will play the notes that are in your treble clef. Our next clef is what we call bass clef or F clef. So you can think of like half a heart with two little dots on the side like this. Okay, and when you see this bass clef or F clef, you automatically know that this is the notes in this bass clef you will have to play with your left hand. We will abbreviate and put LH for your left hand and RH for your right hand. Okay, great. Also, one thing that is very important when you're reading music notes, we have a thing that is called the staff. So those are the lines and the spaces. In music, we have 5 lines and 4 spaces. So we're going to go ahead and you can draw this with me on your piece of paper. So we'll have line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and number our lines. It will be line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we will also number our spaces, which is the distance between the lines. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 lines and 4 spaces. Okay, wonderful. So I'm looking forward to see you at our next segment so we can learn more fun tunes, more theory and more technique. Right now I will play one of my original compositions. I hope you enjoy it.